Can we start?
Yes, sir, we can start.
Good morning, everyone. It is 11 a.m.
Sir, wait. Can we have the timer? Tech support.
NSDL team, can we start?
Yes, ma'am. I'm just asking that only.
Yes, ma'am.
We are starting NSDL.
Have you started all the?
So once the timer is end, you can start.
Okay. Good morning, everyone. It is 11
Sir, the
a.m.
timer is going on.
We have to wait. Okay.
50 seconds.
Okay. Good morning, everyone. It is 11 a.m. and time to start the meeting. The requisite quorum is present and therefore I call the meeting to order. Dear shareholders, welcome to the 61st Annual General Meeting of Borosil Renewables Limited. In compliance with the provisions of the Companies Act 2013, SEBI listing regulations, read with rule circulars issued thereunder, this meeting is being held through video conference facility without the physical presence of the shareholders at a common venue. The company has taken all feasible steps to ensure that the shareholders are given an opportunity to participate in this meeting and cast their vote electronically. Register of directors and key managerial personnel and their shareholding and register of contracts or arrangement in which directors are interested are available for inspection. I am now pleased to introduce you to the Board of Directors of the company, Mr. Shiva Kheruka, Vice Chairman, Non-Executive Director and Chairman of Stakeholders Relationship Committee, Mr. Ashok Jain, Full-Time Director, Mr. Sunil Rungta, Full-Time Director and CFO, Mr. Rajkumar Jain, Independent Director and Chairman of Audit Committee and Nominations and Remuneration Committee, Mr. Pradeep Bhide, Independent Director, Mrs. Shalini Kamath, Independent Director. Mr. Hegreef Khaitan and Mr. Said Asif Ibrahim, Independent Directors, have expressed the inability to attend this meeting due to certain exigencies. Mr. Ravi Vaishnav, Company Secretary and Compliance Officer, and the representatives of our statutory auditor and secretarial auditor are present at this meeting through video conferencing. Representative of NSDL, some members of senior management and other key members from various departments are also present. Notice of the meeting, along with the annual report for the financial year ended March 31, 2024, was circulated to the shareholders electronically as permitted under the circulars issued by the Ministry of Corporate Affairs and SEBI. With your permission, I shall take the notice as read. The auditor's report on the standalone and consolidated financial statements and the secretarial audit report of the company for the financial year ended March 31, 2024 do not contain any qualification, reservation, adverse remark, or disclaimer. Accordingly, these reports as contained in the annual report 23-24 may be taken as read. I will now begin with my formal address. My dear shareholders, once again, a very warm welcome to all of you. We achieved a significant milestone in our journey by publishing our first integrated annual report of the company, which underscores our commitment to transparency and accountability to our esteemed stakeholders. The past year has been transformative for us. Overcoming several challenges, we successfully stabilized operations at our newly commissioned 550 tons per day solar glass furnace, SG3, thereby enhancing our overall tonnage to 1,000 tons per day, and also the operational efficiencies. I am pleased to report that during the financial year 2023-24, company's standalone revenue from operations increased to rupees 985.87 crores, registering a rise of 43.2%
Can everybody hear properly? Rumta?
Yeah, they can hear.
Yes, sir, we able to hear you.
What was the issue? Pradeep sir was not able to hear. Oh, Mr. Vinay? Oh, okay. So I'm pleased to report that during financial year 2023-24, company's standalone revenue from operations increased to rupees 985.87 crores, registering a rise of 43.2% over financial year 22-23. The consolidated revenue from operations of rupees 1,369.28 crores, reflecting a robust 53.2% increase over financial year 22-23. The consolidated results show the overall company performance after incorporation of the first full year of operations of the overseas subsidiaries, which were acquired in October 2022. The standalone results of the financial year 23-24 show the full year's working after incorporation of its new plant, i.e. SG3, which was commissioned on 23rd February 2023. Unfortunately, the average selling prices during the year declined by 20% as compared to the previous year due to relentless dumping by Chinese manufacturers. The ongoing financial year has seen a recovery in performance arising from two factors. Firstly, our selling prices have firmed up due to higher landed prices of Chinese imports, resulting from a steep increasing in ocean freight. Secondly, there has been a sharp rise in production of modules in India following implementation of the ALMM order by the Government of India. This has in turn caused a sharp rise in demand for solar glass in India, some of which is met by high imports and the rest by higher uptake from domestic solar glass manufacturers. Meanwhile, the company continues its efforts to reduce costs and increase output, which go on to improve operations and competitiveness. I'm happy to share that the long-drawn saga to end the ill-conceived exemption from payment of basic customs duty on imports of solar tempered glass has finally yielded a positive outcome. The exemption ends on 30th September 2024, and a duty at a reduced rate of 10% will come into effect, although the duty in the tariff stood at 15%. The investigation by the Director General of Trade Remedies into our applications for imposition of anti-dumping duty on imports from China and Vietnam and a countervailing duty against imports from Vietnam is making progress. We expect a decision and issuance of preliminary findings in the next few months. Meanwhile, Chinese exporters have dropped their prices even further in their continued relentless dumping. For the domestic solar glass producers, getting AVD, CVD remains extremely important to assure industrial expansion. Innovation is at the heart of what we do, and we have further strengthened the BL Keruka Center for Research and Development, our R&D center in Pune. The center has already applied for 6 patents during the last 2 years. Our investment of rupees 6.36 crores in R&D last year, alongside upgrades in glass processing capabilities, underscores our commitment to delivering world-class product quality. In financial year 24, our 10 megawatt solar wind hybrid power plant was commissioned, and we are close to increase our renewable energy capacity further by an additional 16.5 megawatts. We now source approximately 27% of our energy needs from renewable sources. Our commitment to community welfare is steadfast. In financial year 24, we have spent rupees 267.35 lakhs towards various initiatives, including sponsoring a movement for plantation of fruit trees, water harvesting activities, running of schools in tribal communities, and expanding infrastructure for schools and hospitals. Additionally, the company has directly commenced a project for the construction of a panchayat office at Bowali, Bharuch. All these CSR projects have benefited and will continue to benefit marginalized and vulnerable groups of stakeholders, either directly or indirectly. Our CSR initiatives are detailed in the annual report. Our commitment to ESG principles remains unwavering, as we firmly believe that sustainability is not only an ethical imperative, but also a strategic cornerstone for long-term business success. My dear shareholders, as we gaze towards the horizon, we are optimistic about our capacity to sustain growth while creating enduring value. The global shift towards renewable energy sources presents us with limitless opportunities, and we are strategically positioned to capitalize on this transformative trend. Looking at A, the expectations of better selling prices enabled by a higher landed cost of solar glass in the domestic market post imposition of basic customs duty from 1st October 2024. B, the strong and expanded demand in domestic markets arising from the spurt in domestic manufacturing. And C, the strong focus of the government on the sector and support through various programs, for example, Pradhan Mantri Surya Ghar Yojana, to create demand. Our positive outlook for the sector has further firmed up. We will continue to allocate investments towards innovation, enhancement of our manufacturing capabilities, while exploring new avenues for expansion and new markets that we intend to serve globally, all the while maintaining the highest standards of environmental and social responsibility. Finally, I would like to update you on the proposed rights issue. The company had, on 10 June 2024, filed a draft letter of offer, DLOF, to SEBI to raise funds up to Indian rupees 450 crores by rights issue of equity shares. The proceeds are proposed to be utilized mainly to reduce the debt for the Indian operations, as well as at the overseas operating subsidiary. The company has received in-principle approvals for rights issue from the BSE Limited and the National Stock Exchange of India Limited. Post receipt of other applicable approvals, detailed terms of the rights issue, including but not limited to the issue price, size, rights entitlement ratio, record date, timing, and terms of payment, will be determined by the board or its duly authorized committee in accordance with applicable laws. I extend my heartfelt gratitude to a team of dedicated employees, esteemed customers, supportive shareholders, and valued partners. Your steadfast support has been fundamental to our accomplishments. I also express my appreciation for the wise guidance and oversight provided by our board of directors. I firmly believe that we are not just a part of the renewable energy sector, we are a part of a global movement towards sustainability, and this thought always inspires us to put forth our best efforts to achieve this vision. Thank you for being a part of this journey. Together, we will continue to build a company that not only achieves outstanding financial results, but also makes a lasting positive impact on our society and the planet which we call home. And I request Mr. Ravi Vaishnav, Company Secretary and Compliance Officer, to apprise the shareholders regarding the e-voting facility.
Dear shareholders, good morning. Remote e-voting facility was provided to the shareholders to cast their votes from August 20, 2024 to August 22, 2024. The facility for voting electronically at this meeting is already open for those shareholders who have not cast their votes through remote e-voting. Mr. Virendra G. Bhatt, Practicing Company Secretary, has been appointed as a scrutinizer to scrutinize the e-voting process in a fair and transparent manner and for giving a report on e-voting. Since the resolutions mentioned in the notice convening this meeting have already been put to vote through remote e-voting, there is no need to propose and second the resolutions. Thank you. I now request the chairman to please continue with the proceedings.
Let me now take up the items set forth in the notice of the meeting on which shareholders' approval has been sought. The first item is 1, to consider and adopt the audited standalone financial statement of the company for the financial year ended 31st March 2024. The reports of the Board of Directors and statutory auditor thereon, and B, the audited consolidated financial statement of the company for the financial year ended 31st March 2024, and report of statutory auditor thereon by way of ordinary resolution. I may be deemed to be interested in the next item. With permission of all directors present, I request Mr. Rajkumar Jain, Independent Director of the company and Chairman of Audit Committee, to take the chair and brief you on item 2 of the notice. Mr. Rajkumar Jain. Unmute, please. Mr. Jain, please unmute. I think Mr. Jain has frozen.
The request sent to you. Please unmute the mic.
RK Jain sir, can you unmute yourself?
1 second, may I? Okay.
Yes, now I am audible.
Yes, sir. You are audible, sir. You are
Ah.
audible.
Good morning to all. I request the company secretary to pass the resolution for the reappointment of Mr. Srinivas Keruka.
Right, sir.
To the item 3 of the agenda is to ratify the remuneration of cost auditors by way of an ordinary resolution. Item 4 of the agenda is to approve raising of funds by way of issue of securities of the company by way of special resolution. Item 5 is to approve material modification in the approved related party transactions for providing of financial support by the company, its wholly owned subsidiaries, Interfloat Corporation step down subsidiary, to GMB Glass Manufacturer Brandenburg GmbH step down subsidiary by way of special resolution. To approve appointment in terms of remuneration of Mr. Sunil Rumta, DIN 02422690 as whole-time director in addition to his current position as Chief Financial Officer and key managerial personnel of the company for a period of 3 years from 27th May 2024 to 26th May 2027 by way of special resolution. You may please note that the objectives and implications of all the aforesaid items are as per the provisions of Companies Act 2013, listing regulations, and as provided in the explanatory statement annexed to the notice. Dear shareholders, please make use of the e-voting facility and cast your vote if not done already. Let us now move to the question and answer session. The company had provided shareholders a facility to register themselves as speakers, to express views or ask questions during the meeting. Shareholders are requested to please restrict their speech to 3 minutes each for smooth conduct of the meeting. We will respond after all the shareholders have spoken. Number 1, I now request Mr. Naveen Bothra to please express his views and ask questions.
Hello.
Hello, we can hear you, Mr. Bothra.
Yeah, but video is not coming, I think. Yeah, video, join as panelist.
Yes, we can see you now. Thank you.
Yeah. Very fine. Good morning to our chairman, Pradeep Kheruka sir, vice chairman, Srivarji, executive director, Ashok Jain sir, and other distinguished board members and management team of Borosil Renewables. I am Naveen Bothra, joining the 61st AGM from Delhi. At the outset, I congratulate the team Borosil Renewables for achieving the consolidated net revenues of more than 1,300 crore rupees, reflecting a robust growth of more than 50% over the last financial year 22-23. Sir, I have received the physical annual report, integrated annual report encompassing the 6 capitals of our company. This marks a significant milestone in our journey and underscores our commitment to transparency and accountability by bringing out the first integrated annual report. Would like to congratulate the group secretarial team led by Ansuji and her team members as well as the finance team for bringing out this integrated annual report. Congratulations to all. Sir, I have the following points for your kind consideration, Pradeep sir. Regarding the number one is the operation of Interfloat, our German subsidiary, the roadmap ahead for the medium term. I would like to have your views. Since the takeover of this subsidiary 3 years ago, a lot of management time and energy as well as capital has been invested into this subsidiary. So, sir, kindly give your thoughts on the medium-term outlook for this subsidiary and the roadmap considering the current geopolitical headwinds in Europe, especially in Germany and France, and their PMIs are already below 42-43% for the last several months. So, in view of all these things, we would like to know from you the roadmap of this subsidiary and how we are planning to synergize the operations. And number one is regarding the proposed fundraise. You have already talked about the rights issue of 450 crores. So would like to have just a small clarification. We are coming up with a resolution in this AGM for 750 crores. So is it separate from rights issue or it's an overall fundraise enabling resolution? So I have already voted in favor of all the resolutions, and I hereby propose a vote of thanks to the esteemed board. And thank you very much for the opportunity. And it's always pleasure to join Borosil Group AGMs from the last 8-9 years, and the humongous wealth created by the demergers and all these things in the all of the group. Recent being from Borosil Limited to Borosil Scientific and earlier one Borosil Renewable Limited. So I wish all the very best to the Borosil Renewable team for the proposed fundraise as well as the successful business operations in the times ahead under your leadership, sir. Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you, Mr. Bothra, for your kind words and your continuing support to the management and to the company. And shareholders like you are an asset to this organization. Thank you, sir. I now invite Mr. Vasudev Ramaswamy to express his views and ask questions. Please, Mr. Ramaswamy. You are muted now, Mr. Ramaswamy. You can unmute yourself, Mr. Ramaswamy. Yes, you are muted now.
Am I audible, sir?
Yes, sir, you are audible.
Good morning, Pradeep Kurka, sir. How are you?
Good morning. I'm fine. Thank you, sir.
Nice to talk to you as usual. Nice to talk to you. Shrivarji, good morning. Other board members, all good morning. And management team, it is very nice of seeing you once again. I am Ramaswamy speaking from Delhi, sir. First of all, I got the physical copy of the annual report. Thanks to the secretarial team for sending the physical copy as well and also enabling me to join this virtual AGM in a smooth manner. Sir, I have got a couple of points for your consideration, sir. See this, you have touched upon the 10% basic custom duty on imported solar glass as well as the other duties under consideration of the government for import of the solar glass. Sir, you have also touched upon in your annual report as well. Under the circumstances, sir, what kind of increased revenue per ton we foresee and how it will impact our numbers, both top line and bottom line, sir? This is my first question to you, sir. And sir, next point is our Honorable Prime Minister has recently launched Surya Ghar Muft Bijli Yojana. Are we how we are seeing this project in total, and what is the size of opportunity do we see for ourselves? Are we planning for new product, any new service to cater to this prestigious project of our Honorable Prime Minister Narendra Modi ji? That's all my questions to you, sir. I wish the team all the very best in the proposed rights issue and the business in the ages to come, sir. Thanks a lot for the opportunity, sir. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Mr. Ramaswamy. I appreciate the views expressed by you and your comments on the management. Item 3, I would now like to invite Mr. Yusuf Yunus Rangwala to please express his views and ask questions. Is he joined? Yeah.
सर आपको आवाज आ रहा है? वेरी गुड मॉर्निंग सर, आपको आवाज आ रहा है?
गुड मॉर्निंग सर, आवाज आ रहा है?
सर आपका पहले तो अपना कंपनी सेक्रेटरी भट्ट साहब को जितना धन्यवाद दो उतना कम है सर। नाम उनका भट्ट है, उनकी सर्विस भी सर भट्ट के जैसी है, जैसा उनका नाम ऐसी उनकी सर्विस सर। वी हैड अ वेरी एक्सीलेंट कंपनी सेक्रेटरी सर, उन्होंने बनाया है 330 पेज की बैलेंस शीट सर। ऐसी बैलेंस शीट हमने नहीं देखा सर। पेज नंबर 1 सर, ग्लास थिकनेस एज यू मेंशन इन द पेज नंबर 2, पेज नंबर 1 वी आर हैविंग अ फैक्ट्री एट अंकलेश्वर सर। जर्मनी में जो अपना है उधर क्या है, जर्मनी में सर आपने बताया पेज नंबर 1 में कि जर्मनी में कितना आदमी लोग काम करते हैं, व्हाट आर द टोटल नंबर ऑफ स्टाफ जो अपना अब्रॉड में है। जर्मनी में पेज नंबर पहले ही पेज पे आपने छपा है। और अपना कंपनी, अपना चेयरमैन सर, आपका हंसता हुआ चेहरा चेयरमैन सर, हमें ऐसा लगता है कि ये साल आप कुछ ऐसा कुछ धमाका करेंगे। ये साल आप लगता है, आपका हंसता हुआ चेहरा हमें लगता है ये साल आप हमें ऐसा 61 जनरल एनुअल मीटिंग है, 4 साल के बाद 65 होगा। ये 65 का आप कैसा सेलिब्रेट करना चाहते हैं सर? आप हमें शेयर होल्डर को छोटा गेट टुगेदर करिए अथवा फैक्ट्री विजिट कराइए सर। मेरा दो क्वेश्चन है, आप गेट टुगेदर करिए दिवाली के बाद अथवा आप हमें फैक्ट्री विजिट कराइए। हो सके तो आप हमें कुछ जैसे दिवाली में आप याद रखना सर, हमें मत भूलना सर। आपके साथ में वी हैड अ पार्ट टुडे, देयर आर 10 मीटिंग, एचपीसीएल बहुत बड़ी बड़ी कंपनी, इंडिगो, सब हमने छोड़ दिया सर। जब आपका नाम आया तो सर हमें ऐसा नहीं होता कि कभी हम आपके साथ में जुड़े नहीं है सर। सर हाउ इज अवर फ्रेंड सर, हमारे साहब कैसे है, बड़े साहब जो आज हमारी मीटिंग में नहीं है, शामिल नहीं है, उनको हमारी तरफ से सप्रणम नमस्कार बोलना हमारे फ्रेंड को। हाउ इज हेल्थ इज गुड ना सर? आज हमारे दोस्त साहब नहीं दिखते, कहा गए साहब, ही इज नॉट वेल, उनको हमारे तरफ से सप्रणम नमस्कार। और अपने लिंक पीपल जो अपने एजेंट है उनके बारे में क्या कहना सर? लिंक पीपल अपने एजेंट है, उनकी सर्विस सर लाजवाब है सर। They have very excellent service provider, link people. Nothing more to add. Sir, end my speech. मुझे कुछ पूछना ही नहीं है सर। जहाँ पे अच्छा फेट होता है और अपना फ्रंट पेज पे आपने बनाया, एक फ्लावर है, एक अपना पत्ता है और एक अपना आर्ट है जो दिखाया था, कितना अच्छा सर। ये मुझे देख के इसे बैलेंस शीट पर बहुत खुशी होती है। अपना भट्ट साहब के लिए जितना धन्यवाद दो उतना कम है सर। उन्होंने बहुत अच्छी एनुअल कॉपी बनाई है। ऐसी कॉपी सर मैं हमेशा अपने रखूंगा सर। जब भी याद आएंगे सर चेयरमैन सर, हम आपकी बैलेंस शीट देख के और आपका चेहरा, हंसता हुआ चेहरा देख के हमें सर आपकी याद आती रहेंगी सर। सर नेक्स्ट ईयर सर आप हमें दिवाली के बाद छोटा गेट टुगेदर रखिए सर। फूलों की खुशबू, कलियों की बहार और दही अंडी का सब त्योहारों का, रक्षाबंधन, सॉरी गणेश चतुर्थी और सब त्योहारों को, दिवाली, सब त्योहारों को सर आपका मैं शुभकामनाएं देता हूँ सर। सर थैंक यू सर वेरी मच। जय हिंद, जय महाराष्ट्र, वंदे मातरम, भारत माता की जय। आई एंड माय स्पीच ओनली सर, नो मोर क्वेश्चन सर। थैंक यू सर।
Thank you, Rangwala sir. Thank you very much for your warm and kind wishes and for the kind words for the company secretarial staff. एक खाली जरा सा करेक्शन करना चाहता हूँ। हमारे भट्ट साहब जो है वो कंपनी के प्रैक्टिसिंग सेक्रेटरी हैं, एक तरह से वो ओवरसी करते हैं। कंपनी के सेक्रेटरी अभी मिस्टर रवि वैष्णव हैं और उनके ऊपर हमारे ग्रुप कंपनी सेक्रेटरी हैं मिसेस अंशु अग्रवाल। But thank you very much for all the kind words that you have used for us, sir. Thank you very much. I now invite Mr. Jahangir Patliwala to please express his views and ask questions. Has he joined?
The speaker shareholder is not connected. We can move to the next speaker.
Okay, thank you. I now request Ms. Savita Rani to please express her views and ask questions.
The speaker shareholder is not connected. We can move to the next speaker.
Thank you. I now invite Mr. Ayush Gupta to express his views and ask questions.
The speaker shareholder is not connected. We can move to the next speaker.
I now invite Mr. Vimal Krishna Sarkar to express his views and ask questions.
Hello.
Yes, sir, we can hear you.
सर नॉट विजिबल सर, वीडियो कनेक्ट कीजिए।
Look, I cannot see you, but I can hear you. I cannot see you yet. Can you switch on your camera?
Yes, sir, request sent to you. Please on the camera.
हेलो सर, सुनाई दे रहा है ना? सर वेरी वेरी गुड मॉर्निंग सर। मैं विमल कृष्ण सरकार, मैं मेरा रेसिडेंस कलकत्ता से बोल रहा हूँ सर। आपका दोनों कंपनी का मैं शेयर होल्डर हूँ सर। विंडो ग्लास का भी शेयर होल्डर हूँ मैं। कोई बात नहीं सर, मैं बहुत पुराना शेयर होल्डर हूँ। आप मेरे को अच्छी तरह जानते हैं, इसलिए सर मैं चेयरमैन साहब आपको आप जैसे आपने प्रेजेंटेशन रखा, खूब एक्सीलेंट प्रेजेंटेशन रखा है, कंपनी का बारे में सब कुछ बता दिया है। सर देखिए, ये हमारा कंपनी सेक्रेटरी डिपार्टमेंट से जो सर्विस मिलता है सर, इनको हम अप्रिशिएट नहीं करेंगे तो ठीक नहीं होगा। सर कंपनी सेक्रेटरी रवि वैष्णव जी, आपको बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद। आप बहुत पहले ही आप एनुअल रिपोर्ट वगैरह सर हार्ड कॉपी, नोटिस और लिंक भी भेज दिया है। सर डिपार्टमेंट में मोहाली मैडम को मैं बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद देता हूँ। कम से कम 4 बार मेरे को टेलीफोन करके मेरे को अलर्ट किया गया है। सर इतना सुंदर इन्वेस्टर सर्विस और इतना सुंदर शेयर होल्डर के साथ रिलेशन रखते हैं, इसलिए पूरा टीम को मैं धन्यवाद देता हूं कंपनी सेक्रेटरी डिपार्टमेंट। सर जियोपॉलिटिकल टर्बुलेंसेस, टेंशन, वो भी अभी भी वो चल रहे हैं। इस पोजीशन में जो रिजल्ट आया है मेरे ख्याल से ठीक ही है। सर रेवेन्यू फ्रॉम ऑपरेशन इंक्रीज हुआ है, 43.26% इंक्रीज हुई है। सर ये बहुत अच्छी बात है। सर ये जो हमारा एनुअल रिपोर्ट है सर, सचमुच इसको भी अप्रिशिएट करना पड़ेगा। सर ये कलरफुल है और इंफॉर्मेटिव है, सारे चीज को आप सामने रखा है, इसलिए ये एनुअल रिपोर्ट सुंदर करने के लिए धन्यवाद देता हूँ। सर मेरा क्वेश्चन ये है, सर मटेरियल कॉस्ट इंक्रीज हुई है। पिछले साल था 21,061.68 लाख, इस साल में ये हुआ 35,72.85 लाख। और सर ये फाइनेंस कॉस्ट ये भी 143.86% इंक्रीज हुई है। सर ये इसको कैसे ओवरकम करेंगे, इसको काउंटर करने के लिए, इसको मुकाबला करने के लिए आपने क्या स्टेप ले रहा है और क्या प्लान और प्रोग्राम लिया है, इसके बारे में थोड़ा हाईलाइट करेंगे तो अच्छा रहेगा। सर क्वेश्चन नंबर 2, पेज नंबर 132, नोट नंबर 37, सर miscellaneous expenses increased by 95.01%। सर ये इतना हो गया है सर, इसके बारे में सर आप थोड़ा कुछ कहेंगे तो अच्छा रहेगा। सर एक्सपोर्ट सेल मार्जिनली इंक्रीज्ड। सर ये पॉलिटिकल टर्बुलेंस और टेंशन चलते हुए भी एक्सपोर्ट बिजनेस हम लोग को ठीक रखा, इसलिए पूरा मैनेजमेंट आपको बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद। सर एज पर सेक्शन 135 सब पैरा 5, CSR obligation 318.54 लाख स्पेंड किया है हमारा CSR कमेटी 267.35 लाख। सर अनस्पेंड अमाउंट है 51.19 लाख। सर CSR कमेटी का जो परफॉर्मेंस है वो बहुत अच्छे है, मैं अप्रिशिएट करता हूँ। सर मैं एक CSR कमेटी को क्या आउटलुक है सर, वुमेन एम्पावरमेंट और कम्युनिटी प्रोजेक्ट फॉर बूस्टिंग अप ब्लाइंड एंड स्पेशली एबल्ड पर्सन। सर इन लोगों को बारे आप लोग क्या सोच रहे हैं थ्रू CSR कमेटी ब्लाइंड और स्पेशली एबल्ड पर्सन को लिए कुछ करे, ये मेरा सजेशन व रिक्वेस्ट है। सर मैं रिक्वेस्ट करूंगा सर, जो लोग आज प्रेजेंट है बाय अटेंडेंस दिया है और स्पीकर लोग है, सर मैं बहुत दिन हो गया कंपनी का कोई प्रोडक्ट वो हम लोगों को मिले, कोई भी प्रोडक्ट आप दे तो अच्छा रहेगा, ये इसके बारे में विचार कीजिएगा, संभव हो तो इसको भी करवा लीजिएगा। सर चेयरमैन साहब, आप और आपका पूरा टीम हमारा 100% यह आपको विश्वास करते हो जो हमारा कंपनी अगला 2 साल में गुड डिविडेंड पेइंग कंपनी आ जाएगा। चेयरमैन साहब आपको लंबी उम्र, आप नहीं आपका पूरा टीम और कंपनी सेक्रेटरी डिपार्टमेंट इंटायर एम्प्लॉय सर सुस्त रहे ये ईश्वर से प्रार्थना करते हुए मेरा वक्तव्य कंक्लूड कर रहा हूँ। सर मेरे को बोलने का मौका दिया है, इसलिए बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद। नमस्कार सर, कभी कलकत्ता आइएगा, बुलाइएगा, आपसे बैठ के चाय पियेंगे सर।
Thank you. Namaskar. I now invite Mrs. Prakashini Ganesh Shenoy to express her views and ask questions. Yes, madam, you are unmuted. We can hear you.
Yeah. The annual report one in time.
Good morning. We cannot hear you. Your voice.
You cannot hear me, sir?
Yeah, now it is okay. Now it is okay. Please.
Sir, respected Honorable Chairman, sir, shall I repeat? I'm Prakashini Ganesh Shenoy from Mangalore. Am I audible, sir?
Yes, madam, you are audible now.
Yeah. Respected Honorable Chairman, other dignitaries on the board, and my fellow shareholders, good morning to all of you. I received the AGM report well in time, which is colorful, informative, knowledgeable, and contains all the information as per the corporate governance. I thank the whole secretarial team headed by Ravi Vishwas and Ram Avatar, etc. And thank them once again for phoning me several times and asking me to attend the meeting along with the link. Thank you once again, the whole secretarial team. The chairman has given a beautiful picture regarding the company and its working in all parameters. Thank you, Chairman, sir. I'm glad to note that the company has done robust performance in all the parameters such as sales, revenue, profit, PBT, etc., etc. I'm also glad to note that the company has done outstanding work in the field of CSR activities. Sir, I have just one or two questions. My first question is, what is the roadmap for next 5 years and the capex thereof? And my next question is there any change on our company after the recent budget in the parliament? If yes, please let me know. My last question is, what is the strength of the company and what is the percentage of women working? Chairman, sir, last but not the least, I request you personally to please continue with VC so that people all over will have an opportunity to express their views. For instance, I'm from Bombay and I've just come to Mangalore. And since it is VC, I'm able to express my views. Thank you, Chairman, sir. I wish the company good luck for a bright future and pray God that the profit of the company shall reach the peak in due course. Chairman, sir, I strongly and wholeheartedly support all the resolutions put forth in today's meeting. Thank you, Chairman, sir.
Thank you very much, Mrs. Shenoy, for your good wishes and your compliments to our staff in the secretarial division. We do our best and our shareholders are very dear to us, very important to us, and we try to make sure that we maintain their interest and their investment in the company should always bear fruit. This is our attempt. Thank you very much. I now invite Mr. Mahesh Kumar Bhumna to express his views and ask questions.
The speaker shareholder is not connected, sir.
Okay, very good. In that case, now the speaking slots are over. I would like to answer the questions one by one. For Mr. Naveen Bothra, he had a question about the situation in Europe and with our European subsidiary. So I would like to say here that at the time that we had acquired the company in Europe, the market was very buoyant and the company was giving a 20% EBITDA, which is extremely high by European standards. It is unfortunate that war broke out between Russia and Ukraine after that, and all kinds of operating costs went up, and this was followed in 2023 by a sudden move by China to increase their dumping margins and start dumping modules in Europe at a very low price. This has caused distress to European module manufacturing industry, and some of the leading manufacturers have closed down. In the meantime, the European Union Parliament has met and decided that there is an issue with dumping from China And each individual member state of the European Union, which means each member country, has been permitted to take whatever measures they deem fit in their national interest to support domestic manufacturing. I'm happy to say, based on this resolution by the European Parliament, 3 countries have already moved, namely France, Italy, and Austria. And these countries have, in fundament, offered a tax break to their citizens when they put up solar power installations which are made in the European Union. They get a tax break, which effectively reduces the cost of the installation by the householder. This is proving to be very popular, and we expect an upsurge in demand in these countries. It is expected that Germany will also follow suit. Germany, as we all know, is the largest economy in Europe. And if they follow suit and we are located in Germany, we expect there's a very strong chance that this will happen. And when this happens, it will be a very great spur to our German unit. So we are holding firm. Meanwhile, we continue to source orders from export markets for the German unit. And therefore, both the production lines are currently running on full production. I would say that the proposed fundraising is actually being undertaken to reduce the debt burden of the company, and also to have some money for any future investments that we might wish to make, but principally to have a debt reduction. And the third question raised by Mr. Bothra was whether the approval sought for raising another 750 crores will be over and above the proposed rights issue of 450 crores. And the answer is yes. This will be in addition to the rights issue amount. This is, however, an enabling approval which we are seeking from shareholders for raising funds through various modes up to 750 crores. This may probably be utilized for growth whenever the opportunity is available. So I want to say that at the moment we do not have any plans for this 750 crores, but this is a very fast moving market, very fast moving industry in which we are situated. And we do not want to lose time. In case an opportunity presents itself, we would like to move forward straight away and take it up. Mr. Ramaswamy had asked a question about the basic customs duty at 10%, which is becoming applicable from 1st October 24. Yes, to the extent of this duty, it will increase the cost of imports, and to that extent, it would help us to set a new benchmark for our selling prices, and to that extent, our turnover should definitely increase. I can say that. The other question, which was asked about by someone, for the material cost increase, I want to point out that in the year 2022-23, our material costs were meant for manufacturing of 450 tons only. And in the current year, it is meant for 1,000 tons. So at that time, some of the input costs had been very high, which have since dropped, and therefore the material cost increased not to the full extent of the production, but somewhat less. The cost increase in financing also arises from the debt burden which the company had to undertake in order to set up SG3, and the payout in terms of debt, principal, and also interest has increased significantly, and that is the reason for the increase in finance cost. For other matters, I am going to request Mr. Ashok Jain to please take up and to reply.
Yeah, so there was a question about PM Suryagar Muft Bijli Yojana. So that has been already covered in the speech, but it will be almost 30 gigawatts of the scheme over a period of maybe 3 years. So every year it will be 10 gigawatt almost, which is a very sizable quantity. In fact, almost 60-65% of the domestic production of glass can be consumed by this particular scheme itself. So it's very important for domestic producers, and company being a domestic producer also participates in supplying glass for this what is required for this Yojana. And other questions were regarding the future plans and programs which already is covered, that we are already exploring the opportunity, and that's the reason we have sold the enabling resolution for 750 crores. So whenever there is a opportunity and the board considers any plan, it will be informed to the shareholders. Regarding the certain costs which were supposed to have gone up, like miscellaneous expenses and other things, it is again related to the increase in the operations of the company from 450 ton per day to 1,000 ton per day. Then there is a question about women employees in the company. So it's about 5.5% of the workforce is women employees. And in budget changes have already been discussed that 10% BCD, which will be effective 1st October, so that will be helpful for the company in terms of turnover and profit. So basically, all these questions.
Mr. Sarkar had said, page 130, we have some 5 CSR outlook roadmap for next 5 years. Regarding the CSR, I want to say that the company's policy for CSR is the company wants to make a contribution to the national economy and national objectives. And so therefore, we have gone in for this support of farmers who have been living in areas where there have been a high rate of suicides. And so that we are very happy that Tata Institute of Social Sciences has conducted a survey in the last 6 years of our activity in this region. They have found that it has been a very successful move by us, and it has really improved the lives of huge number of people. We have planted 50 million trees, fruit trees, and 25,000 families have been able to take advantage of this initiative that we have taken. In addition to this, we support a service in Bharuch town where people are picking up people from the road, people who are beggars or people who are very, very poor, people who are dirty and filthy. They are being brought to a home where they are cleaned out, they are given nutrition, they are made to put on their feet, and they are cleaned up to the point where they can be admitted to hospital. They're in such terrible condition that they cannot even be moved to hospital. So those people we are helping. We are helping another hospital which caters primarily to tribals and tribal women who are expecting children. They are brought to this hospital, and their deliveries are done in a very clean, hygienic and nice environment. So most women who arrive at this hospital have successful deliveries, and the fatalities which are associated with such sort of cases have been pretty much negated. So there is education, and we span a number of activities in which CSR activities are being undertaken by the company. With reference to the roadmap, I would say that we have a company which is in the renewable space. We are the front runners in this space. We've been here for the last 15 years now. And I must say that we are always exploring every opportunity which we get. So it is not that we are married to glass manufacturing. We are open to any and every opportunity which might come up in the renewable space, and options are open. We have a dynamic team of management. We have a very high quality workforce, and we have an experienced board of directors. So with all of these resources at our command, we will continue to look after our dear investors and make sure that an investment in our company is always a rewarding experience for the investor. Thank you very much. I would now like to close my answers to the question and answer session. And I want to say that the e-voting results, along with the consolidated scrutinizers report, will be placed on the website of the company, on the stock exchanges websites, and also on the website of National Securities Depository Limited. I once again thank all the shareholders for attending this meeting. E-voting is in progress for the next 15 minutes. Accordingly, all the shareholders who are yet to vote may please cast their vote during the next 15 minutes. After this meeting will stand concluded. So I can ask now the people to switch off the video feed from this room. But please note that the meeting is continuing for another 15 minutes. You can switch off the video.